talk like a baller dog. I'm talking stronger living, I'm talking stronger soul. We taking our position and never letting go.
Hey, guys. Well, it's here. Can you believe it? Week 1 NFL preseason is upon us. We're all excited about that. And, of course, nobody better to help us not only finish the baseball season over the next 2 months profiting, but we got football coming up, both college and NFL, and he is the man. It is Tony George, Doc Sports, DocSports.com, joining us. And, Tony, it smells like football, doesn't it? It's starting to get into that mood right now where it's here, man. We still got plenty of baseball, but we got some football here too as well.
Yeah, we do. I'm excited, obviously, Joe. But the one thing I always liken, especially novice sports bettors or recreational bettors that have a passion for football. Remember, the NFL preseason is kind of like Christmas Eve if you're 6 years old, meaning you want to open up all the presents right then, but wait for Christmas morning to do that, much like wait for the regular season to really get crazy about betting in the NFL. I'll have 3 picks out this week. You got to keep your volume low. You know, most of these guys have only been in camp a week.
Right.
You know, and you're not going to see the majority of the stars. You know, obviously, no one wants to get a guy making $20 million a year hurt in a meaningless preseason game. You know, but there's some tidbits out there that you can get a hold of that adds some value to some of these lines. You know, you've got to be wary, especially week 1. Any team laying over 3. You want to take a strong look at the underdog.
Yep. You
know, you want to take a look at those quarterback rotations. You've got a guy, coaching tendencies are a big deal. Yep. You know, Mike Vrabel, as a head coach, has never won an NFL preseason game. You know, so because he doesn't put a lot of emphasis on it. You know, He's working out. You're trying to get to a 53-man roster. You want to make those first rounds of cuts early. Concentrate on your core players and then narrow it down from there. A lot of coaches do it that way. Belichick does it that way. And then you got guys like John Harbaugh that love to win every game he plays, and he loves to win in the preseason.
Yep.
So, you know, you have a lot of things you got to look into. It's definitely a different animal, but it definitely does bring a level of excitement. You know, especially a lot of guys don't like betting baseball. They don't like money line wagering. I don't know why. It's the easiest sport to win money at. I mean, hands down. We're just absolutely ripping the books a new ass in baseball right now. Haven't lost in 5 days, and I think we've hit 61% out of our last 108 Major League Baseball plays. Never laid over minus 150. You know, if you want to sink your teeth into something, there's a sport that's 3/4 done, ton of stats to work off of. A ton of trends to work off of. Teams are in certain cycles. You know, you've seen a lot of chalk out there in baseball right now, more so than you were a month ago. So you got to lay it if you want the better team sometimes, but you can still find value there. But, yeah, the NFL preseason now is going to – everybody's out there looking around on all the handicapping websites trying to find someone that's got the super lock and the millennium this week. Don't buy it. You know, but if you're out there looking around at some of these websites, take a look at how the guys' runs are going in baseball because, you know, that's where you're going to pick up the majority of your cash right now, not the NFL preseason. Although I think there's some I'm interested tonight, Joe. One is just to see the Kyler Murphy and spread offense experiment down in Arizona.
Right.
I mean, so that's must-see TV if you're a football fan. Chip Kelly tried it, didn't work. At Philly, worked for a year, you know, basically everybody caught on. So I think it's going to be interesting to see Arizona out of the gate with that Cliff Kingsbury offense. And Murray's going to get 12 to 15 snaps tonight, but they're still going to run the spread attack.
Right.
Most NFL teams aren't used to it. They don't know how to defend it. Most of the emphasis in preseason is always on the offense, trying to get the chemistry going, you know. So the defenses aren't as sharp, and then you have an offense there, Joe, that is something that no one's seen. So they might have some success tonight. That's maybe an angle you want to look at, but I definitely want to watch that one.
Yeah. Hey, listen, the intrigue is here. The excitement is here, but no doubt right now we've got 40-some-odd games left in Major League Baseball in the regular season for the playoffs. You got teams that are fighting and crawling and doing everything they can to try and make the wild card. So there is definitely some opportunities, Major League Baseball, and the best opportunity you got right now, DocSportscom. Guys, get to Tony. You just heard the numbers he's rolling here in MLB. It's ridiculous. And, yes, you want to make some money, Major League Baseball, Tony George, Doc Sports. Do I really need to even bring up NASCAR, Tony? Is that something I have to do right now?
No, we've been tearing it up at NASCAR. Last couple of weeks, we took a back seat. We didn't get it done. We had a wreck out where we were winning with 6 laps left, and that falls under the category of shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's racing. You're going to have some wreck outs. Last week, we missed out on one, but he's hit 10 out of 15 cards. He's up. We're up over $4,000 for the season for a $100 player. And we're just throwing out a couple picks a week. And that's the ROI on that is through the frickin' roof.
Crazy.
We've got that going on over at Docs. We're running every handicapper at DocSports.com. They're all good guys. Scott Spreitzer, Vernon Croy, Rafael Esparza used to run the RA Sportsbook here in town. We've got, a plethora of really good, solid handicappers. Only 12 of them on there. Many of them have been there for 20 years.
Right.
And every handicapper's preseason package is $99. And I know that you feature a link on this on your Twitter,
right? Where
they can go over to Docs and get a free $60.
Mm-hmm.
That means you're getting the preseason for $39.
Oh, geez, really?
If you apply the $60 we give you, and it comes with a pure profit guarantee. If we lose units, we'll keep giving you picks till you're up.
It's ridiculous.
And Doc's been around 48 years.
Yep.
And the nice thing about it is there's a ton of free information over there.
Yep.
Like 90% of the stuff on the website's free.
Yeah.
Articles, golf, WNBA, Canadian football. We've got a guy, you talk about my NASCAR. Last year, Vernon Croy, he lives up in Canada. Vernon's been around forever.
Forever, yes.
And I've known Vernon. I was the first guy ever to do videos on his website when I figured out how to do it, back when he had his own website. I think he's been with Docs like 6 or 7 years now.
Mm-hmm.
He's up there in Canada. He's got a really hot chick that does his videos half the time, too. It's worth tuning in just for that. He's got videos on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
But that guy last year with 71% and $100 players, $6,800 in Canadian football. He lives up there. He lives eating that stuff.
Yep.
I've got a guy who all he does is NASCAR. He doesn't care about football.
Right.
He doesn't care about a half-naked chick can walk by. He won't take his eyes off the NASCAR race on TV.
Stay focused, brother.
Yeah. So we got some good stuff over at Docs. Be sure and check it out, man.
Yep. Now, and don't forget, too, because I want to get this out there. Some people contest, right, with the football contests are coming up, too. Some people have been asking about proxy services,
right.
And is there somebody you can recommend? And I think you might have somebody you know.
Yes, I do. I'm married to her, as a matter of fact. I think she was in the house. She just walked by. I'd have her stick her head in here. Nat, come here. I'll just show you the VegasProxyGirl.com. Here she is. Say hi.
Perfect. Hi, Vegas Proxy Girl. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So what do we just go to the website, VegasProxyGirl.com, and just log in, and it's pretty much all self-explanatory?
Sure. Yep. And you can either shoot me a text or an email, and I'll get back to you, and we'll set up a time to meet.
Perfect.
And by the way, where are you going right now, Mrs. George?
To sign somebody up.
She's headed down to the circuit to sign them up this morning.
Just got to love that. And it's that simple. It's 1, 2, 3, and it's in. The plays are in. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and she's about $50 less than anybody else.
Perfect. She's
got 2 backups, Mark, her partner, and then another guy. And worst case scenario, me, but I stay out of it for the most part. But at the end of the day, VegasProxyGirl.com, I think it's $250 A lot of guys are getting in both the Westgate and the Circa
Right.
This year. So she'll do both for like 150 off, so she'll give you a great deal. If you want to do two, but a lot of guys right now with the price of the Circa, Joe, being $1,000,
right?
A lot of guys are entering. You can enter it, I believe, twice under your same person. So a lot of guys are putting 2 entries in.
Yep.
And she'll do your second entry like for $75 versus the $250 if you're paying the $250. So VegasProxyGirl.com. Email her. She'll email you right back. She'll call you. She'll text you. She's not hard on the eyes either.
Piece of cake. Yeah.
Dude, you just saw that. I clearly outran my punt coverage.
I was going to say, man, there is a distinct gap between, varsity and JV here, brother. I don't know how that worked out, but that's fine. Tony George. Okay. At T George Sports on Twitter. Make sure you're tailing him. Also, guys, you got to get to his YouTube page. Subscribe. Videos, information. Videos, free information. Information, knowledge is power, and nobody's doing a better job of getting it out there than Tony. Head over to the YouTube page, Doc Sports. Put in Tony's name. You'll see it. Follow the links below. Get your free money. Get the free season all squared away. And you look at the games here tonight. Has anything tickled your fancy here tonight, T? Anything you're looking at?
Yeah, football or baseball?
Either or. What do you like?
Well, here we go. The one thing, I'll give you 2 free plays. First off, let's start in baseball. Anytime you want to give me Madison Bumgarner at home plus 100 against the Phillies, that's a take. That is a take.
Mm-hmm.
Free play, no brainer. Aaron Nola on the hill for Philly, but I read somewhere San Francisco's in a funk. Well, so's Philly. Philly can't freaking score half the time. Bumgarner at home. Yep. You kidding me? I'll take that all day. That's just a number that most times, Joe, you get a pitcher like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you get him under minus 140, it's a take.
Yeah, that's correct.
Unless they're playing like the Dodgers, maybe the Yankees on the road, maybe Tampa Bay on the road or something, a really good team. Then you want to take a second look. If he's laying a number on the road like that, maybe the value lies with the home team if they're hitting.
Right.
But when he's at home catching that number, you absolutely have to take it. And by the way, we've caged 5 days in a row in Major League Baseball, and on your show, I rarely ever blow my horn.
Yep.
We hit back-to-back 5-unit top plays the last 2 days. Yesterday, we had the White Sox in the rocking chair winner. 8-1, laying $1.15.
Yeah.
I found one today. It is I believe, only my 4th 7-unit play of the year.
Oh, damn.
And it's over Fox right now. And you can get it for free if you've never been a member. Click that link in your Twitter description. Exactly. Or you get over there with $60 in your account. Exactly. And we'll guarantee it like you paid for it. So be sure and just check out that baseball. It's a big offering. I call it, when I have a singled out top play like this,
mm-hmm.
I call it the Hunt for Red October. Like the movie.
I love it.
We approach by stealth.
Mm-hmm.
We shower the books with multiple warheads with little or no warning.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. No one even knew we were there till it's over. That's one of those tonight.
Love it.
And, of course, in the NFL preseason, I like the under in the Miami and Atlanta game.
Okay.
Going into this weekend, and bear in mind, we had Atlanta in the first week of the preseason. Or not Atlanta, we had Denver.
Mm-hmm.
They won on a miracle. You need some luck in the preseason to cover spreads, obviously, because you never know what the hell is going to happen.
Amen.
Better yet, if some starters are starting, the best angle you're going to get is maybe play a first half line.
Mm-hmm.
Just with a team that maybe is playing a bunch of starters and keeping their second teamers in versus a team that the rotation, they're going to be looking at everybody in the first half. You might have that gives you a real edge in the NFL. But Atlanta, after the Hall of Fame game, dating back all 4 preseason games last year, Joe, have scored a total of 37 points. And that's including 10 they scored against Denver.
Yeah.
They scored 27 points. Quinn doesn't care about the preseason. You're not going to see Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Miami with quarterback. Are you down in Florida? You in Miami?
It's right down the road for me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're juggling a couple quarterbacks there. They're going to get all kinds of different looks. And I've always found over the years of doing this 27 years show, whenever you have a team deciding on a quarterback issue, whether it's 1 and 2 or 2 and 3, what you'll find out is those players are pushing for a job security, more money, whatever. When you get those players in the preseason, a lot of times they press the issue when they shouldn't. They're trying to make a play. They force plays.
Right.
It results in mistakes and turnovers, and, that takes potential points off the board. I like the under 35.5 in that Miami-Atlanta game tonight. I could clearly see a 17-10, 17-14 type ball game there, if that, maybe 14-10 tonight. I think they under, and that's probably a good play.
Love that. All right, so we got the Giants in Major League Baseball. Bumgarner on the mound at home. We like the under in the Miami-Atlanta Falcons game, of course, tonight, preseason game number 1. We've got VegasProxyGirl.com, everything and anything you can need, guys, to be able to get you into the contest in Vegas right at your fingertips. Plus, Doc Sports. Tony's got a 7-unit play tonight in Major League Baseball. The dude has been on fire, not to mention NASCAR, at TGeorgeSports on Twitter. Doc Sports. Guys, follow the links. Get your free money. Go get your plays. Go cash your tickets, and then come back and join us again next week. I mean, Tony, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, my man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you guys got some questions about these contests. Tune into the Happy Hour show on video. We got a great studio here. Next time you're in Vegas, we're having this handsome-looking fella on here.
Yep, be down.
I'll wear a jacket to match him. See, maybe I'll clean up a little bit. I don't look like some sort of disheveled guy that's been handicapping NFL since 4 o'clock this morning Pacific. But that's why Mr. George looks so much better than I do. But at the end of the day, the Happy Hour show, we're having Jay Cornegay on from the Westgate.
Oh, great.
Next week to talk about the Super Contest. We're going to have Derek Stevens on to talk about that Circuit Contest. And that Circuit Contest, is interesting, Joe, real quick, because unlike the Westgate, they have 4 separate contests within the contest, meaning, you pick 5 games a week, you get a point for a loss, nothing for a win.
Win, right.
Half a point you get a point for a win, nothing for a loss, and a half a point for a push. Every 4 games, there's 16 games in the season. Every 4 games, they give away $50,000 to the aggregate point total winner.
Wow.
And then the next 4 games, they reset the clock. So if you started out crappy, but then you catch heat in the middle of the season, you got a chance the next 4 games to get your point total way up there. And right now, they're under 300 signups right now. They're guaranteeing $1.5 million in payouts.
Wow.
So, it's still time to get in on that. But that's a great contest. But that Happy Hour show, be sure and tune in. We got a great studio out here. Yep. We had Barry Schulman on. He owns cardplayer.com. 2 World Series of poker bracelets, 193 poker tourney cases. Everybody knows Barry. Yep. Cardplayer.com is the biggest space, their media company in the poker world. And then we just launched a show yesterday. His wife, Alan, came on. She's a World Series of poker bracelet winner.
Runs in the family.
And very interesting interview. And we interview a lot of great guys over there. Scott Spreitzer and I gave out season win totals. And coming in later this month on the Doc Sports YouTube channel, the Doc Sports 10 and 10. Myself, Scott Spreitzer, sit at a table and rapid fire 10 games back and forth to each other in 10 minutes.
Love it.
And out of that, we give you a couple best bets for the week.
Love it.
An interesting kind of spin on a panel show that's not a Me Too type show. So be sure and stay tuned on that Doc Sports channel there too. And again, all this information you're getting is 100% free, and it's valid. So be sure and tune in.
It's what you got to do, guys. It's not what you know, it's who you know. Corner yourself, partner yourself up with the right people. Make it a profitable NFL season, college football, rest of Major League Baseball season. Get your plays in. One-stop shop with our man Tony George at Doc Sports, DocSports.com, at TGeorgeSports, VegasProxyGirl.com. Make sure you get there. Follow the links, guys. Tony, as always, brother, pleasure. We'll do it again, and good luck to your games tonight, and good luck this weekend, man. Let's cash some tickets, brother.
Yeah, let's do it. Lots of cocktails. That's a Bloody Mary, by the way.
Sick bastard.
It's opening day of football. It's always a Bloody Mary and a plate of wings by 3 o'clock.
I love it.
So,
man.
hey, it's gonna be a good day, my brother.
At
Good luck
T
to
George
everybody.
Sports. Get there. Twitter, Tony George, DocSports.com. Good luck, T.
Thanks, buddy.
Feeling 10 feet tall, like a baller dog. I'm talking stronger living, I'm talking stronger soul.